Hello there folks, and welcome back to Space Engineers. So some pretty interesting things have happened. It looks like we are not alone on this planet. There's definitely somebody out there. Looks like there was a crashed spaceship as well, so I kind of want to investigate that a little bit further. You know, I don't want to poke too hard because who knows who it could be. They could still be there, they might not be. We might be safe to go back there again. In fact, I do want to go back in that direction because we do need to find magnesium, and we do need to find some ways to make more ammunition for our guns, because right now we are very, very limited on that. In fact, our turrets really don't have much ammunition at all, except for the ones inside of our hangar bay. They still have a little bit of ammunition left. And I believe I have like 20 magazines left in the bin down there. So that is going to be our top priority, is to get some magnesium. Probably explore a little bit down in that mud basin a little bit. That's probably what we're going to do. I'm going to open up the hangar bay. We're going to take this thing out for a spin again. As you can see, it's trying to recharge itself. I did take some of your suggestions. I put the main groups on the hotbar so we don't have to go through the control panel anymore. That's a good suggestion, so we're going to do that. And we're not going to hit the ceiling. There we go. So it looks like, yeah, this is... I might have to raise the roof of this just so I don't hit the ceiling anymore. Alright, and that's closing. Starting to turn, well, dusk almost. The sun is going down. Alright, let's make sure that our ore reactor is still in good shape. Well, it looks like we're... Okay, no, we still have plenty of energy. Alright, well, I am going to head down to the mud basin down there. See what is what. Maybe there's some magnesium down there. If there's none down there, we'll try to find some elsewhere. Maybe go down that canyon over there. Probably sounds like a good idea. Yep, there's that base again. It looks like it may have run out of energy because I'm not getting an antenna signal from it anymore. Okay, well that's something to keep in mind, that maybe I'll be able to access that at some point in time, because I'm not getting anything. However, something a little more interesting has happened. The wreckage that was there is now gone. Maybe the Saberoids took it. Who knows? And there's a couple divots down there. Don't know what they're from. Oh well. Swiftly move on. See if we can find anything with this ore detector of ours on this plane, on this basin. Doesn't seem as though there's anything. Alright. Make sure that we're not being followed. Yeah, I don't see anybody. Well, let's continue on. Still not finding any ores. We're not going to go after nickel or silicon. We have plenty of that, indeed. So, let's head down that. Is that something else down there? Let's take a look. I'm going to be careful. I don't want to crash my ship. That is definitely something. I'm not sure what it is. Is that a... Looks like a rover. It definitely looks like a rover of some sort. I'm going to park this and check it out. Hey, there's a Gatling turret on it. Oh, shit. Okay, no. Okay, let's park it down. Looks like it's still charged. Well, it has solar panels. We're not getting shot at, so that's good. It looks like it's out of ammunition, as apparently everything is. It must have been abandoned a while ago if it's still out of ammunition. Let's land this. Okay, do that. Let's turn off the thrusters. Alright, there we go. Alright, bring out our gun in case we have any Cyberhounds or Saberoids. I don't think there are, not right here. Well, let's take a look at this. Turn on my jetpack. I want to get on the wheel because if I'm on this, I won't get attacked. Looks like this is a mining ship of sorts. It's got oxygen tanks on it, a large cargo container. It's powered by the solar panels right now, which is, I would assume that there's the batteries right there. So it's battery powered. It's not reactor powered. It looks like there is an oxygen generator or arc furnace. I can't quite tell, but there's a refinery on it. It looks like the stuff's turned off. Can I access it? Nope, access denied. It is certainly probably that person's again. It's the same color, same kind of design scheme as whoever that was. I haven't actually seen them yet. They might be long gone for all I know. They don't have any efficiency modules, nothing like that. This just seems to be a refinery and assembly ship. There's an assembler on it, though. So maybe we can take this over at some point in time, but right now... wow, that is a massive ship. Its tire is bigger than our entire atmospheric ship that we're using. That's pretty sad. Alright, well, let's... just want to continue on a bit. After all, we're looking for magnesium, and we can't access that ship. Chances are there's nothing in it. It looks abandoned because, yeah, the tires have been removed somehow. I wonder if it was attacked by sabroids. It doesn't look like there's too much damage to it other than the fact that the wheels are missing. Maybe the sabroids took a chunk out of the wheel or something, but I don't know. Also, I want to, make sure I'm watching my corners because there could be somebody out there. Then again, if you know what, probably not. It's been long abandoned. I doubt that there's anybody around here. Well, let's continue on down this. We have the best chance of finding some sort of ore when we skim the surface down here because there could be ore on our sides, there could be ore on the bottom of us. So let's slowly move on down this canyon. And this will make an easy tracing line so we can get back to our ship. It'll be pretty easy to find our base again. And we do have a lot more range with that battery that we added on this ship. So I think it was a very definite good idea to add that extra battery on here because we have a good 26-30 minutes of fuel yet. Alright, let's take a look around here. I'm gonna get close to here. Maybe there's some magnesium in one of these rock piles. Is that a rock pile? No, that's not a rock pile. There's a rock. There's always some sort of resource in these rocks, but I'm not sure exactly what kind. This one's gonna be, usually they're iron or nickel. Maybe we'll get lucky. Come on, we're like really close. Should be detecting that. Where's our ore detector?
Ship fuel critical.
Well, that's why I'm not detecting anything. Alright. Yeah, that's a nickel, so that's nothing that we need. Alright, well, let's fly around here. Anything in... There's a lot of rocky areas. Ooh! What's that? It's a mining base. This guy has a mining base, too. He might be in there. There is a craft still parked outside. And there's another one of his way off in the distance, about 10,000 meters away. There's something way off in the distance we're gonna have to take a look at. But first things first, this is a mining base. We're looking for materials, so yeah, let's take a look. Are there any Gatling turrets? I don't see any. We haven't been targeted yet. There's none on the ship. I don't see anybody flying around here. Let me take a closer look. This might be abandoned as well. I mean, I would be utterly shocked if this was abandoned, but it's all solar powered, so it's entirely possible that it could just be powered off of that. Yeah, the rockets. Maybe he or whoever this was used up the material in the mine and just moved on. I'm gonna park outside. I don't see anyone. No, and the sun's going down, so I'm gonna want to make this pretty quick. Yeah, ooh, there's magnesium. I see magnesium. That's exactly what we need. Sweet. Alright. Let's park that. Lock that into place. Turn off that. Turn off that.
Ship fuel critical.
Perfect. Nice. Maybe if we're lucky, we can actually get inside of this. Maybe? Nope, access denied. Let's try this. Oh, hello, he left the door open. There's just some stuff. Can I access anything, though? No, it doesn't look like it. Well. Yeah, I can access doors. I can't access the control panel, though. Okay. The doors have been left open, but, looks like, yeah, this looks like this base has been abandoned. Although the screens are online, there's nothing on the screens right now, so we have to say that this is an abandoned base right now. Well, let's not get ADD, and let's get what we came here for, which would be the magnesium. Ooh, that's a fancy setup there. He's got some pistons attached to conveyors that go inside. That's really cool, but the magnesium is going to be down there, so... actually, let me make sure I have enough jetpack fuel first. Oh yeah, plenty. Alright, so it looks like we have some more stuff to explore on a later episode. There's definitely a ship out in the distance there. So, you know what? I'm actually going to mine myself a ledge to sit on while I mine this stuff. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. And you know what? I think this is a great time for a montage while we mine this magnesium so we can make some ammunition. Alright? Sounds good. See you guys in a bit. Alright, well, we got what we could mined. It's starting to turn dusk out, so that's something we have to worry about. We'll be able to make it back. The sun is kind of setting. Let's put our material where we can. Maybe we can mine a wee bit more once we put all of the material away. Let's find out, because I would like to bring as much back as we possibly can. Yes, we'll be able to get some more, which is fantastic news. Another, what? Actually, 2,000 by the looks of it. That is great news. So let's turn on our jetpack, go back down here, mine. Oh, we have a little bit left over, so let's grab that. Still no sign of the person who abandoned this base, which is good news. That means we'll probably be able to use this with impunity. Alright, let's grab the rest of this stuff. Where'd that one go? There it is. We're just about full. And there we go. We are full. Full on magnesium, which is fantastic. That's all we need to make ammunition. We have the other things that we require. Shadows are starting to become pretty long. We'd better make it back to our home base. Alright. And we are all set. And let's fly. Yeah, it's getting dark out. You can actually see the shadows growing. That's pretty cool. Alright, well, let's head on back to base. Don't want to be going too fast, though, because, you know, this ship doesn't stop very quickly. And now that we have our ore detector on, let's see if there was actually anything in this valley here, other than that cool little abandoned rover by the looks of it. I'm not spotting anything. Sometimes you have to stop for a little bit to get the ore detector to work. Yep, nope, nothing. Let's continue on. Yep. There's that rover. I wonder if we can get that rover working again. All we need to do is grind away the cockpit a little bit and re-weld it, and we can use it again, but yeah, it doesn't look like... Well, actually, another thing we could do is we could make sure that there's nothing on this flat mud plain, because before we were driving across the mud plain we couldn't see anything, and that was simply because our ore detector wasn't on, so that was an issue. Spotting anything? Nope. Alright, well, let's head back up to the ship. Still nothing with the ore detector. So make sure we're not being followed. That's always a good thing. Yeah, we're fine. You know what? I don't really think we have anything to worry about. There's nobody... Nobody else is on this planet, and, well, maybe they are. Maybe they're on that ship that's like 10,000 meters away, but they're not here, so we're fine. Let's get on this. We're pretty close to our base right now. Yep, there it is. Good, solid, what is that? 300 meters away. So, let's land on the top this time. You know, last time we tried to park this thing in the bay, we hit the top again. Or we hit the top of the roof for some reason, and I don't want to damage this. Alright, let's park this bad boy. Okay, easy going. Let's turn off the HUD, it'll give us a better display. Alright. Let's do third person. There we go, that's the stuff. That'll get us to land nicely. Alright. Gently now, don't want to damage anything. Lock the landing gear. Whoop. There you go. And there we go. Alright. Whoa. What the heck is that? I'm watching you. What the hell? Holy shit, there's someone. Where's my gun? Where's my gun? Where's my gun? Oh my god.